BMW fan, I myself have been surprised by these cars. The two cars are the BMW 333i and the BMW 325iS. The story of how these cars came to exist is a bit of an odd one, as these two cars were not developed by the BMW engineers in Germany, but by the BMW team in South Africa. The story goes as follows. In the 1980s, BMW had one of the best race cars on the market, and this was the BMW E30 M3, which was sought after by many because of its success, including the racing fanatics of South Africa. But there was a problem. BMW did not offer these models in South Africa. This was the result of the M3 only being produced as a left-hand drive car, but the BMW team in Africa was determined to make their own racing model that would perform up to the same standards as the M3 in Europe. This was where the beast was born. BMW South Africa used the same shape of a normal 3 Series and fitted a 3.2 litre straight 6 with 145 kilowatts or 197 horsepower. This resulted in a car that could finally compete with others on the circuit, with a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of 7.2 seconds, which was quick for its time. Danny, who was one of the team members who put in long hours testing, has said that he would go out at dawn every day on a specially selected piece of perfectly flat road north of Pretoria to do top speed and acceleration runs. And every time the car was consistent. This car was so legendary that the government gave BMW exemption permits from the authorities, which allowed them to exceed the national posted speed limits up to 180 kilometers per hour in their testing. You may be asking yourself why this car was so rare. This car was so rare because only 204 units were produced to meet the requirements of the local racing championship. This makes the 333i one of the most wanted cars in South Africa. But the 333i was not the only original car to be produced by South Africa. In the 1980s, it also had its cousin, the BMW 325iS. Although the BMW 333i had been successful, it still had a problem. It was too heavy for the racetrack. To combat this, BMW South Africa took the 2.7 litre, which could be found in the 525e, and put it into a 3 Series body, which was perfect as its low revs meant that it had a lot of torque, which was perfect for racing. This, combined with borrowed parts from the M3, made it complete and competitive. BMW had finally built a good race car. Although these cars were built for racing, now in South Africa they are considered as a status symbol because of how rare they are. And not only this, but because they are part of the generation of E30 that started the spinning culture in South Africa. They are sought after by many and seen as legends by the whole BMW community.